Welcome to Fair Game. I'm Kristine Leahy. My guest today was first on the show last November. Since then, he's been to the Super Bowl. He's one of the key members of the LA Rams defense. Defensive end Michael Brockers is here. It's good to see you again.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Were you this iced out last time I saw you? I don't remember this much bling.
I don't think I was, but I had to double up after the Super Bowl. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, so this is like Super Bowl purchases?
I guess, yeah.
Okay, you guys did go to the Super Bowl last year. Obviously did not turn out the way that you would like.
Right.
But what was the kind of one thing that you will always remember and take away from that whole experience?
I think the media day. The media day was like kind of crazy. Coming out, seeing all the people who paid money to see us talk to the media. That was crazy. And they made us do silly stuff. Like I had to shoot a basketball into somebody's basketball net, and they had it over their head. It was all kind of wild stuff, but yeah, I think Media Day was the craziest thing.
So Media Day is the most memorable part of the Super Bowl for you?
I mean, for me, the game, but you don't really want to remember it. We didn't win,
true.
So I didn't want to remember that,
Yeah.
So Media Day was the next thing.
Yeah, speaking of something else you might not want to remember, before the game you said publicly that Tom Brady was showing some signs of aging. Do you wish you could take that one back?
No, it's facts, everybody ages, everybody slows down a little bit, didn't happen, in the game, his mind is still there, but, everybody shows a little sign of Father Time creeping up on him for sure.
Do you think maybe he used that as motivation?
I don't know. It's Tom Brady, man. I don't think he used that as motivation. He's a GOAT for a reason, so, he came out well prepared and ready to go. So
to set the record straight now, do you still think that Tom Brady is showing signs of aging?
For sure. Yes, definitely. We all. It's going to creep up on me at some point in time too. So, I can't hate against it.
I don't want to make you dwell too much on the game, but I do have to ask, is there one point or one time in that game where you felt like everything changed? Like maybe it was the non-pass interference call for Brandon Cooks?
No, not really, man. It was, the game was back and forth. It was a close game, and, they just made more plays than we did.
A lot of the experts said that experience matters a lot. I would agree. I think experience, especially when you're going to a big game like that, really, really matters.
For sure.
As a vet on the team, guy with a lot of experience, do you think that played a part?
A little bit.
Yeah.
You can tell just by, when we met them at the media day, you can just, tell that this was a norm for them. They've been here. They're kind of used to the media day and all the attention that comes with it. We were more just excited that we made it to the game, and it was an unbelievable experience, especially for the season we had. So I definitely think, when it comes to a big game like that and, dealing with the pressures of the game and everything, outside the game as far as media-wise, experience does help.
It was the lowest scoring Super Bowl ever. A lot of people, I'll admit, myself included, called it pretty boring.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry.
Not true football fans here.
No, it was a very defensive game. So,
Right.
props to you. Good defense. But I think the better game was your game against the Chiefs.
Yeah.
It has never happened before where two teams score more than 50 points in a game. So that was really exciting.
Right.
As compared to the Super Bowl, where it was the lowest scoring Super Bowl ever. You guys, even though more than 50 points were allowed, you actually played a really good defensive game.
Right.
Was there a moment of that game that specifically stands out to you?
I think, AD's fumble returns, his fumble recoveries. He had a couple sacks in that game, and when I played Samson, end up, taking one to the house. And I think that was the most exciting part because at that point in time, I think we were down or something like that, and we end up tying the score with defensively. So, I think, just being a part of that play right there, that was memorable for me.
At what point did you realize, oh, wait, I think I'm playing in a classic game. This is awesome.
Right. When you look back at it and when you had people who didn't even watch football talking about the game, I think that's when I knew, this was a classic. People who I never watched football, but I watched that game, and that was the best football game ever. So, hearing statements like that, you remember and you look back on it like, okay, defensively, you know, everybody played a great game. You know, you can't really say, it was an offensive game. You know, there was no defense on the field because we ended up having like 2 touchdowns scored on defense. So, it was just a crazy game all around.
I wish all football games could be like that. It might be kind of hard work for you guys.
Right.
But I think it was great. You even said after the game that you wanted to go home and watch it again. Did you?
Yeah, I had to just to see what other people have seen, you know, and kind of take myself back, you know, not watch the film and watch my plays or anything like that. Just watch the game as a fan, and it was an incredible game.
You're about to go into your 8th season now with the Rams, so you've started saying that you're taking on the big brother role. What exactly does that mean?
More of just, you know, if anybody needs some advice, if they're going through anything, you know, the biggest thing is for me is, you know, coming up, you know, I'm a you know, Christian believer, so finding a church home and stuff like that, I can, you know, give them that little advice, you know. I try not to be, you know, everybody call, dad figure. I don't want to be anybody dad. I'm not their dad, but big bro, you know, if you come to me and ask me for advice, that's me all day.
Who needs the most big brothering on the team?
Nobody really, man. You know,
Yes,
if you want to say our rookies, you know, might need a little leadership.
Give me
you know,
an experience. Like, what does a rookie come to you? Like, what kind of problem? Is it off the field stuff or on the field stuff that they come to you with?
Both.
Yeah.
You know,
Tell me the off the field stuff. That's what I want to know.
Probably dealing with like the stresses of the performing of the game. You know, how guys who are trying to make the team, and you know, guys who are kind of like on that brink of not knowing, like, really, are they here, are they there? And just, you know, picking them up and letting them know, man, just, you know, do what you got to do. Don't focus on, you know, all the outside stuff, you know, all the stuff with the coaches, man. Focus on your performance, you know, coming in, giving 110% every day. And if the coaches, you know, see that, they're going to keep you. Don't worry about, you know, wondering if you're going to be here or you're not, you know?
Speaking of which, you are going into the last year of your contract. I can see the look on your face.
Right.
If you had to bet on it, will you be a Ram in 2020?
I will.
Yeah?
If I had to bet on it, I will. I love it here. Love the culture. Coach McVay and just his whole staff. I love being here. I mean, it's amazing.
Okay. All right. I just want to, everything that's going on in your mind right now, I just want to dig it out of you, but I'll let you go on that one. Something else that we need to talk about, for the record, I did not write this question.
Okay.
This was something that other people here wanted to know. But apparently you say that manscaping is the key to your success on the field.
A little bit.
Explain, please.
Not, you know, key to all success, but a little bit. I was telling somebody, maybe it makes you a little bit more aerodynamic. You cut some of the hair off your arm, maybe it make you a little bit.
Oh, like on your arms.
On your arm and stuff. Like,
because manscaping to me is
no, manscaping is all. It's all
different.
scaping. It's on your beard, all that.
So you're like a swimmer. You like to get rid of all of the hair on you.
And just start over.
Okay. So before the season starts, you'll
chop it all off.
Like a hairless cat.
Yeah.